Hmm. Merry Christmas. This is a Christmas present to myself. Um, Getting the courage to be uncomfortable and tell this story that I've been wanting to tell for weeks since I came up with it. It's called Security Blanket, and it's not a story. It's an essay. It's a poem. It's a whatever it is. Um, it's an analogy. It's something that sticks with you. Okay, enough. Hi. Mm, You know who I am. And I've got this gift. It's Christmas. It's December 25th, 2025. And I'm 56 years old. And I hope one day when I'm 80, I'm watching this. I'm like so proud of myself for stepping up and doing this. And I'm proud of myself for being sober almost 7 years now and being fit. Not only physically, which at 56, damn, not bad. Actually, yeah. But spiritually and mentally, and being there connected in the present moment with my grandchildren. Wow. Wow. So, gift to myself is to get this recorded. And I shared it with my daughter-in-law, and she's like, yes, you must, to get her to, for her to say that I should share this was huge. So, without further ado, the security blanket. I am a child of the 70s. Born in 1969. I was raised in the 70s. And early 80s is when everything pretty much changed. Or, well, of course it did. But growing up in the 70s, I learned that most families had a security blanket. And the security blanket was alcohol. And wow, we took that blanket with us everywhere. Now we packed it in family trips, we packed it for family reunions, vacations, funerals, had it for good times, had it for bad times. Hell, we had the security blanket when we were bored. Nothing better to do than roll up in the blanket. Ah, yeah, well, in the 70s, that's when we didn't have seatbelts and we had them, we just didn't use them. Rode in the back of trucks and all that fun stuff. Also, by the time I was 12 years old, my family had divorced. Um, I was diagnosed with a benign essential tremor, which just means I shook. I shook a lot. I was a shaky kid. It was my nervous system. Well, when I was 13 years old, my family introduced me to that security blanket. I had my first beer. And, when I took a drink, I was like, ew, why would you do this? Why would you drink this? It's gross. And then by the time I finished that beer, I realized why. I stopped shaking. It settled my nerves. Ah, what a nice security blanket. Ah, I cuddled up in that right away. And I took notice of it. As I grew up, it was there. It was always there. And I got to use it more and more and more. And then when I became an adult and joined the military, wow, they had security blankets too. Everybody did. Yeah. My bosses, my coworkers, they all brought their security blankets. Yeah, we could share ours. The problem was I started living under blankets. I I got married under it. I had children under it. I raised a family. I went to war. Only during war did I crawl out from underneath that blanket. Uh, but when I came back from war, it was there. Um, Unfortunately, with every fiber of that blanket, with every drink, that blanket grew bigger and bigger and heavier. And before I knew it, my loved ones, they didn't like being under that blanket. And before I knew it, I was standing under that blanket all by myself, walking all over the world. Yeah, it almost killed me. I like to think of that blanket as a surface of a lake. And I used to be under that surface, looking up. Ah, ah, Roger. Ah, you got this. That blanket was the surface of the water, and I was on the bottom of that lake, looking up, drowning in the alcohol, in it all, in what I thought was safe. But I'm looking up through the surface of that water at my loved ones, at my friends, at everybody, and I'm seeing their faces, and I'm hearing their words, and what I'm getting from them is disgust, hatred, disappointment. You can do better. You've got this. And all those words of encouragement I was hearing as disappointment and all that. It wasn't until I broke through the surface, and I don't mean day one, I mean years after getting through that surface and standing on top, that I recognized my loved ones, their faces. It wasn't disappointment, it was grace, it was love, it was encouragement. It was nothing but kindness. That's what I see today. Now that I'm free of that blanket. Oh, thank God. So, for everyone out there who happens to have a security blanket called alcohol, I know what it feels like. God, do I know what it feels like. I'm coming up on 7 years sober, and I know exactly what it feels like from that first drink when it courses through my veins and my nervous system goes, ah. But you know what? Once you free yourself from that blanket, you grow up, you put it down, you use it to be the foundation to look forward, to enjoy today in this present moment clear, and loving yourself enough to take care of yourself, to put the blanket down. So, to myself, well done. Good job putting that blanket down. I got you. I got you. Because I love you. And that's why I'm doing this video. Because I love me and what I've learned. And yes, I want to help others feel what I feel. I am so up leveled. Can't wait to share it all. But right now, this is just the security blankets. So, folks out there with your security blankets, let's put it down. Trust me, it's worth it. Absolutely worth it. With love and gratitude from me to you. please take time to pause, love yourself, and be aware of that ripple you make in this world. Because you know what? That ripple, it spreads, it makes waves. All waves start with a ripple. So let's ride this wave of love and joy and grace and gratitude and celebration. Yeah, I could go on and on. Love you. Blesses. And stop.